Good morning friends. Today we learn about the histology of skin from BSc third year class. Paper number 2, mammalian histology. The skin covers the entire body surface. The skin is largest organ in human body. It has different function. Skin has largest organ in human body. It has different function. First function is protection. First function is protection. Skin acts as first line of defense. It protects our body from infection, pathogens and harmful ultraviolet radiations. Second function is sensory in function. Sensory function. These skin have free nerve endings on the skin, are sensitive to pain, touch, heat. Third function is secretory in function. Secretory in function. This skin secretes sweat and cutaneous blood flow helps. Generally, this skin secretes sweat helps in temperature regulation, and sebum secretes from sebaceous gland in skin helps makes skin smooth. Second function is next function number 4. This heat regulating skin act as heat regulating. It is also called as thermoregulation. Sweating and cutaneous blood flow helps in temperature regulation. Next function is excretory in function. Excretory in function. This skin excretes mainly salts, ions and fatty substance, as well as urea is excreted from the skin. Synthetic in function. Next number is synthetic in function. In presence of sunlight, that is ultraviolet rays, this skin naturally synthesizes vitamin D. Skin also manufacture melanin pigments. Next function is water balance. Skin regulates the water balance in the body. These skin functions, different functions are performed. It is also called as jack of all trades. This skin is most important part. In this skin, when histologically skin is studied, this shows two parts. This skin is also called as integument, and this integument is made up of two components. First component is called as cutaneous membrane, and second component is First component is cutaneous membrane and second component is accessory structures. Accessory structure present in the skin. Accessory structure present in the skin. This cutaneous membrane again divided into three main subdivision. First is epidermis. First one is epidermis. Second is dermis. Second is dermis, and third part is hypodermis. Third part is hypodermis. This epidermis again shows two parts, thick epidermis and thin epidermis. Thin epidermis and thick epidermis. These thin epidermis present all over the body surface and mainly consist four layers. Thick epidermis present towards the sole and palm of hands and sole of feet. This region thick epidermis is present and mainly consists 5 layers. This thick and thin epidermis mainly shows 5 layers are present, and these 5 layers, first layer is stratum malpighi layer. Stratum malpighi layer. These layers are differentiated into strata, so it is called as a stratified Malpighi layers. This Malpighi layer again also called as Malpighi basalis. Malpighi basalis layer. This layer present in single layer. Mainly columnar epithelial cells are present, and these columnar epithelial cells present in Malpighi layers. In these Malpighi layers, these are mitotically divided and new cells are produced in this layer. It is regenerative layers. It is also called as germinal layer. This layer is also called as a germinal layer. Next layer is stratum spinosum layer. In this stratum spinosum layers, cells are closely packed with each other. These stratum spinosum layers closely packed with each other, and these cells are closely packed with the help of desmosomes, and desmosome appears spine-like structure. So these cells are called as spiny or prickly cells. These spinosum cells contains spiny structure, so it is called as spiny or prickly cells. Next layer is stratum granulosum layer. In this granulosum layer, progressive maturation of keratin is present, and this keratinization contains keratinohyaline granules. These granules also contains lipids which help to form waterproof barrier, and these function to prevent fluid loss from the body. Next layer is stratum lucidium layer. Look at this diagram. These yellow lines indicates the stratum lucidium layer. This stratum lucidium layer is transitional stage between the stratum granulosum layer and stratum corneum layer, and this stratum lucidum layer is distinct in the thick epithelium and absent in the thin epithelium. Next layer is stratum corneum layer. This stratum corneum layer is outermost layer of thick epidermis, and these represent mainly dead cells are present in the stratum corneum layers, and this lacks the nuclei, and generally cell organelles are absent in the stratum corneum layer. Next, color of the skin. This shows different layers in the skin. Next point is color of the skin. This color of skin is due to presence of melanin pigment in the skin. Melanin pigment present in the skin gives color to the skin, and this melanin formed from in the specialized cells called as melanocytes. These melanin formed in the specialized cells, these are called as melanocytes. Next layer is dermis. This dermis layer is connective tissue layer. Dermis layer is connective tissue layer, and this below the epidermis. Below the epidermis, it also depends on the presence of melanin pigments in this layer. Melanin pigment present, and this dermis mainly consists blood vessels, nerves, fibroblasts, as well as sweat glands are also present in dermis layer. This dermis layer is most important to sensation, protection, as well as thermoregulation. This dermis layer is most important to sensation, thermoregulation, and mostly protection. And this dermis layer consists mainly two layers. Outer layer, it is called as a papillary layer. Outer layer, it is called as papillary layer, and inner layer, it is called as reticular layer. This dermis layer again divided into two subtypes, papillary and reticular layer. This papillary layer mainly consists of connective tissues, and it has capillary networks, and this again forms small dermal papillae projection. This dermis layer forms papillary projection extended towards the epidermis. In this dermis layer shows papillary extension towards the dermis layer, and this region also consists Meissner's plexus. It is called as Meissner's corpuscles in these dermis layers. Here Meissner corpuscles are present, and these corpuscles are touch receptors as well as free nerve endings present in dermis. These are sensitive to the temperature. Next layer is reticular layer. These reticular layers contains collagen and elastic fibers, and these elastic fibers gives support and elasticity to the skin. This reticular layer contains dense connective tissue, that is collagen and elastic fiber, and this gives support to the skin and elasticity to the skin. This layer also contains pigmented connective tissue called as dermal chromatophores are present, and also consists sweat gland, sebaceous glands are also present in the reticular layer. Next layer is hypodermis. This hypodermis is layer of loose connective tissue which are useful to attach of skin into the underlying muscles and bones. It mainly contains adipose tissue. Look at this diagram, shows yellow colored adipose tissues are present, and these adipose tissues are metabolic in function. It is responsible for production of vitamin D and triglycerides. Next, this dermis layer again contains Pacinian cells. In dermis layer again contains Pacinian cells. It is also called as Pacinian corpuscle. This Pacinian corpuscle is minute egg-like, and this structure shows lamellated connective tissue. In the center semifluid is present, and surrounding this, in center again semifluid is present, and this again forms the lamellated connective tissue as like the onion here, and in the center nerve fiber is located. In the center semifluid is present, and in the center nerve fiber is present, and surrounding laminated connective tissue is present as like onion, shows the different layers around the central nerve fibers, and these Pacinian corpuscles are present in dermis of skin, that is palm and sole region. Next part is in our list is accessory organs. In accessory organs, exocrine glands are present. These exocrine glands mainly contains sweat gland and sebaceous gland. Exocrine gland mainly contain sweat and sebaceous gland. Accessory organs mainly contains exocrine gland, sweat and sebaceous gland. This sweat gland is also called as sudoriferous gland. This sweat gland is also called as sudoriferous gland, and these sweat glands are simple tubular gland. In this diagram shows coiled structure, tubular, simple. This gland is called a sweat gland. This open towards the surface as a sweat pore, and these sweat glands are coiled in structure. In coiled structure, secretory units is present, and these are located in dermis and occasionally in the hypodermis. This spirally coiled structure present, and these open towards the surface as a sweat pores. This secretory portion gland is lined with the simple columnar epithelial cells. In this sudoriferous gland, the duct showing simple columnar epithelial cells with rounded nucleus is present, and in cytoplasm secretory granules are present. Secretory granules are present, and these secretory granules secretes watery secretion. It is called as sweat in the manner of merocrine secretion. This secretion is in the form of merocrine secretion. In previous lecture we studied about the merocrine secretion, that is secretory vesicles forms, and these secretory vesicles discharge from the apical portion, and cytoplasm is do not change. This is called as merocrine secretion, and sweat secretion is in the form of merocrine secretion is forms in Fax secreting gland, that is ceruminous gland of ear, milk secreting glands, that is mammary glands. These are modification of sweat glands. These sweat glands are absent in rat, mice and aquatic mammals. Next exocrine gland is sebaceous gland. It is multicellular gland, and these sebaceous glands are closely associated with the hair follicles. These sebaceous glands shows branched alveolar structure, and this branched alveolar structure shows terminal part shows sac-like structure forms, and these sebaceous glands their secretion empty into the hair follicles. These glands cells secretes a oily secretion. It is called as sebum. This sebaceous gland secretes oily secretion. It is called as sebum, and these sebum as well as sebaceous glands are absent in palm and sole region. Next accessory organ is hair. Next accessory organ is hair. These hairs are solid, cylinder, elastic and horny thread-like structure are placed deeply into pits or pocket. Here in this diagram shows this hair is having two parts, shaft, these are seen over the surface, and root parts, these are embedded in the pit or these embedded in the pit region, and these root embedded in the dermis region. At the lower end of root, at the lower end of loop, there is presence of knob-like structure. It is called as hair bulb, and this hair bulb again contains connective tissue mass. It is called as hair papillae. These are called as hair papillae. The basic structure of this hair, that is shaft. When TS is taken, this TS of shaft shows three parts: the medulla, cortex and cuticle. Medulla, cortex and cuticle, three region is shows. When this TS is taken, in the center medulla region is formed, and these are cortex region, and surrounding outer layer, it is called as cuticle layer. This medulla region is honeycomb-like structure. Keratin is present and ear space is present inside the medulla central portion, that is inner portion, honeycomb-like structure, and ear space is present. Next layer is cortex. This cortex layer is middle region, and these are flexible and gives strength to the hair and contains melanin granules, and these melanin granules gives the color to the hairs. This cytoplasm, again melanin granules are present, gives color to the skin. Next layer is cuticle. This cuticle layer is outermost layer, and it is thin, composed of single layer of nucleated cells. Next point is hair follicles. These hair follicles are dermal and epidermal sheath surrounded by hair roots. In this here again muscles are present, and these muscles are called as erector pili muscles. These erector pili muscles are inserted into the outermost root sheath of the hair follicles, and these main function or helps in erecting the hairs. It helps erecting the hairs. Next accessory organ is nails. These nails are formed by mainly horny plates and from dead keratinized cells. These produced by the nail matrix, and these nail grows from the nail matrix by actively dividing epidermal cells, and these nails forms protecting covering for finger and toes. These nails forms protecting covering for fingers and toes. These all points includes histology of skin. Thank you.